All right. How you doing today, Brett?
You know I'm doing good, man. Just Monday.
Another bloody Monday. Golly.
How bad is it?
Down 10. Copper. I mean, really, that's where we were last Monday.
That shows you how much I checked this morning.
Yeah. Because you're over it.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck
this.
it, whatever.
We got it back above 350. Comex.
Okay.
We're dipping 342 at the moment. You know, looked like we're trying to get him back in the game a little bit. Looked like some things were looking positive. This Monday, it's a different case, you know. So, I mean, end of the week last week, a lot of it recovered, especially PGMs. They kind of recovered.
Yeah, I saw
they're down.
They're down this morning, of course.
They're down. Everything's down.
I looked at it early this morning. That's why I was curious, like what you were seeing this morning, but
Palladium, right now, it's up 100. So Palladium looks positive.
Palladium has kind of been on a run.
Yeah.
I looked this morning. Copper was off like 3 or 4 cents early.
Mm-hmm.
Nickel was off 11, 12 cents. Aluminum was down 2 cents. I hadn't looked in the last couple hours. Because I don't have a lot to sell.
Yeah.
I mean, we're pretty sold through for a while. Maybe 1 or 2 loads of here and there, but nothing crazy. So sometimes when it's like when I know it's going to be bloody or feel like it's going to be bloody because I saw the stock market was off this morning and I don't have anything to sell, like I don't even subject myself to the pain of looking.
It's a little different right now with where we are, like you said. So I think it was 2018 or 19 when we went to Houston.
Uh-huh.
And we just closed the deal with a big demo job.
Yeah.
And we sat down with, I forget his name, the guy at the university.
Yeah. We did the podcast.
We did a podcast with him. We sat down with him, and literally, like, I just closed the deal, like, that morning.
Uh-huh.
By the time we got out of the podcast, copper was off 25 cents or something, just fucking insane. And I'm like, oh, my God. Because it was a long podcast. Like It was like a 2.5 hour long podcast. So that's how quick shit can happen in our industry. And then I called him. I was like, hey, like, what do you want to do, man? Like, and, we worked it out. It all worked out. But we had to sit on that copper for a long time.
We did.
Because we bought it. We bought it wrong. And that was like a matter of hours that fucked that deal up. And that's what's crazy about what we do. And some people don't quite understand, like, the accrued risk we do get, and not just us, but all scrapyards throughout the country, you know?
Well, we're not hedgers, and we've talked about that multiple times. And sometimes that benefits you, and sometimes that hurts you. And I think you have to just make a judgment call what's best for your business. Maybe a portion of it, you do or no. I don't know. Like I said, it is what it is. I'm not here to advocate for one side or the other. I just think you got to do what works for you, right? So the big swings for us is something we've kind of just come to accept and realize. But it's not for everybody, and we operate our business differently than, say, somebody else who's only buying big loads, full loads at a time. Like, at some point you become a hedger and you have to, So the swings for us, we get used to it. Doesn't mean we love them, especially when it's on the downhill side. But when they're moving the other way, it definitely,
It cuts both ways.
It
really
like
does.
Anything, right?
It does. You got your wins, your W's, and your L's, and you just got to manage them. And like I say to a lot of the guys, even it's just the guys that work and are some of the day-to-day stuff. I tell them, like, you're gonna make mistakes, but let's not make one that's detrimental to.
Yeah, let's not blow up the system.
Yeah, let's not blow it up. Like, mistakes are gonna happen, and that happens on that level and on, like, your level. It happens on all levels, And once you learn that that's gonna happen, you learn to live with that on your day to day, and you move on and you forget about it, but learn from it. Happier you'll be. So
ferrous price is down this month. To what extent? It looks like the export market was bouncing a little bit last week, positive, maybe softened the blow, but I think you're still down. Anywhere from 30 to 60, depending on the grade.
Yeah.
Ferrous wise, depending on the mill or the export yard you're going to. So I feel like if we're not at the bottom, I'm hopeful that we're scraping it right now, and I'm maybe looking for, some positive momentum going into the fall. July for us over here is, we've said it before, it's going to be hot. We expect our flows to be off. We usually don't see our flows really pick up unless the market's just screaming until the fall anyways. Kids are back in school. There's more work. It's not 105 degrees. So we're kind of used to this to a certain extent, and we're going to take full advantage of it with our own yards, cleaning up, like tidying up, maintenance, you name it. Like it's all in the works right now. So
it gives you an opportunity to be more efficient and figure out like, oh, maybe we've been wasting money over here and we shouldn't be. It gives you that when the market takes a shit like it's doing, it gives you opportunity to focus on something else.
Yeah, tighten the belt a little bit if you need to. So yeah, we'll see what August brings, but July, ferrous is down, non-ferrous is still struggling. Commodities in general are, having a hard time, but I don't anticipate this to last for, a year. So
yeah,
I'm willing to take a little bit of a hit on copper this morning or this week or month or whatever, and just keep. I posted a video this morning. We're still chopping wire. Like the shit don't end for us.
Mm-hmm.
Like we might get our margin squeezed, or it might not be as fun as it was when it's 480. But the reality of it is, like, business is business. Like we keep it moving.
Yeah, I saw Brad Rudover having a conversation about copper on there. Like the long term, like the simple supply and demand is copper's going to go up.
Exactly.
It has to.
Mm-hmm.
So.
If you want everything to be electric, there's only one way.
So it has
you need more copper.
All right.
Everybody have a great week, and see you next week.
Thanks, everybody.